Okay, so obviously this is a footage basically from Grantham up in Lincolnshire, and as we can sort of see as we're coming in now, obviously the turf harvester is a Trebro harvester. It cuts 2 rolls at a time, or 2 rolls basically in terms of width at a time. The turf itself basically being cut with a real sort of blade that goes underneath and sort of oscillates and goes and sort of carves the sort of turf off the field. That then turf then goes up basically the elevator, goes to what's called a trip gate, which means that the turf harvester rolls the roll in a way in which basically it produces a nice tight roll that then gets them sort of into a sort of tray. The spikes then come along, pick the rolls of turf up and then place them onto a pallet. And as you can sort of see, obviously the driver's going very, very sort of straight indeed. Initially it's on GPS, and then effectively there's a little arm alongside the harvester, which will then sort of keep basically the line at the right point, so obviously it's consistent width at all times. The depth of the harvester is absolutely critical. It's maintained to make sure the evenness of cut and the evenness of thickness basically on the harvester in the turf is absolutely perfect at all times. And then obviously the full pallet of turf is then produced out the back of the harvester, pops on the ground on a pallet. It's basically a robot on wheels. The technology now they're using this harvester is absolutely fantastic. It'll cut 20 pallets in roughly about an hour, but effectively when it's very, very wet conditions, there's a really big silver roller on the front of the harvester which there is squashing the water out as the base harvester goes along, but also it's there to maintain the absolute critical height. And then we've got Will coming along with a forklift truck to pick up the pallets of turf, and they come out the back of the harvester. He'll then take those pallets off out of the cut and then go and wrap them basically with some plastic wrapping to make sure they sort of travel securely on the pallet. And off we go. But as you can see from the drone, the size of fields that we're operating in is absolutely fantastic. The evenness of sward you can see quite clearly in terms of the greenness is absolutely even. The care and attention to produce that sort of lovely lawn is impeccable. The turf is looking fantastic, and I think it's testament to the whole turf industry as to what they're doing to produce the level of turf that we want and we demand week in, week out to produce great lawns for yourselves. Thank you.